Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about yard sales. I've been reselling on eBay and Facebook Marketplace for about 8 years, and one of my primary ways of getting inventory is yard sales. I've been going to them for years. Today we're going to talk about signs, like if you want to have a yard sale or you're looking for a yard sale, what are some good things to do and what are some things that you shouldn't do so that you can find the signs easily, find the sales easily, or if you're having a sale, to get people to come to your sale. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the actual signs, like what should you use to promote your sale. So in my area, the biggest thing that people use are like neon cardstock. So this is just thick paper that's bright green or yellow or pink. And when I'm driving around looking for yard sales, when I see that neon paper attached to a pole, I know that that's a sale. So it just catches my attention really easily. You can also purchase signs that say yard sale. Those are very recognizable too. I've bought signs just at Dollar Tree, really cheap, that just have a pole and you just stick them in the ground. Those are really good too. Or sometimes they're just signs that you can tape to something at the end of the street. With the neon cardstock, yes, they are very bright and colorful and they draw people's attention. The problem with them is that they tend to curl up and sometimes even fold in half. And then if that happens, then nobody can read your sign. So it's just, if you're using that, then you have to make sure that it's attached very well. With the signs that just say yard sale on it, then you just have to make sure that they're going to be placed in visible spots so that people can see them. Sometimes they're not quite as recognizable because they can look similar to a housing for sale sign. So you just need to make sure everything is really clear for people to find your sign. So next, what to write on the sign. So really your sign needs to say just a couple of things. It should list your address and it should have the date and time. And I see signs that have so many other things written on them and it's just not necessary. So the signs that we have an annual sale every year and I reuse the signs every year. So in very large letters, it has my address and then it just says Saturday 8 to 1. So you don't even need to write the date on there because people can figure that out, that it's this week. So, just make everything really big so that people can see it. I recommend using Sharpie. I've seen signs written in regular pen and they're definitely harder to read. Leave out all the extras. I've seen signs that have the date really small and then it'll say all the things they're selling off to the sides. It'll say toys and books and household stuff and clothes. I don't need to see all those details on the sign. I need to be able to read it very quickly. Most people are reading your signs while they're at a traffic light. Maybe they're on a less busy street where they can slow down and look at it. They might have a few seconds to up to a minute to see your sign. So the address has to be very, very visible and clear. And then where should you hang your signs? So I recommend a minimum of 3 signs. You don't have to use that many. I mean, you're fine using one, but the more signs you have in different locations, the more of an audience that you're going to draw to your sale. I always do one at the entrance to my subdivision. So at the beginning of your street or your subdivision is a good place. If your address is clear, you really don't need another sign right in front of your sale. They can see the sale turning onto the street. Nearby busy streets, intersections. We have intersections near our house where it's easy to put a sign up. Some are very busy where it's kind of hard to stop the car to put up a sign. So you have to kind of think safely, where can you hang the sign? But near a busy intersection is going to get a lot of traffic. If you're not going to advertise your sale online using the apps or the websites, which I'll do a future video on how to advertise, then you need to do a lot more signs, because then your signs are basically serving as a GPS to your audience. So if it's not going to be clear on how to get to your place, then you might want to have more signs that say turn this way and turn this way, so that they can find it easily. And lastly, I want to talk about when to hang your signs. So ideally, I think the best time to hang them is Friday if you're having a Saturday sale. Thursday's okay too. Can you hang them like earlier in the week? Yes. I'd say Monday would be the absolute earliest time. Thursday and Friday are good because you're giving people time to see your signs, but it's not too early in the week where they're not thinking about yard sales. So Thursday, definitely Friday, people are thinking about going to yard sales, and they're starting to, serious yard salers are starting to plan where they're going to go. So you want to have your sign up in time for people to see them. The Friday commute, you get a lot of traffic, so having the signs up then is great. I've seen people hang them Saturday morning. You can hang them Saturday morning before your sale, but you're losing a lot of people seeing them. You definitely do not want to hang your sign the previous weekend, even on a Sunday, because people might think that your sale is that weekend. So you definitely want to wait till that whole weekend has passed before you even think about hanging your signs. So that's all, folks. This has been a little introduction to some things to do for signs. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos about yard sales, I'm going to be doing some more videos, so just put those in the comments. See you later.